The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy, position, or views of SWSC or the Sudbury Wolves Hockey Club. All right, hello and welcome to DenCast episode number 9. You can see on the screen, Sudbury's very own Kieron Walton has joined the show. Wally, thanks for taking some time and doing this with me today.
No problem. I'm excited.
All right, so first question. I had Villeneuve on the last time I did a Zoom interview with one of the guys. So you're second on the list, but don't worry. I like you better than Billy, and I hear that. So not worried about that. But how's your summer been? What have you been up to? I know probably lots of training, and you doing any golfing? Anything fun on the side?
Yeah, it's been a lot of training, obviously, but yeah, for the fun stuff, I've been golfing a lot, going to a couple country concerts. I saw Aldine with Delhi and Zilly about probably a month ago, so that was fun. But yeah, just training, skating, and a bunch of golf and a couple country concerts here and there. So it's been a good summer so far.
Yeah, I feel like I could have guessed that one. Big country fan. All right, I like that. Going to see Thomas Rhett next week.
Nice. I'm trying to get tickets. Yeah, hopefully I can get them.
All right. Well, let me know if you're going. I'll bump into you. So let's go back to, Sudbury Wolves season comes to an end. Obviously, kind of disappointing way to finish, getting swept by Kingston. I don't think you guys deserve that. But then you get an opportunity to play your first couple AHL games. Tell me about that experience and what was the jump like, and just how was it for you?
Yeah, it was really cool. It kind of came really fast. Obviously, our season ended not the way we liked. Obviously, had my exit interviews. My agent called me, let me know kind of what's going on. And next thing I think it was 2 days later, I was on a plane to Manitoba, and it was great, man. It was a lot of fun. The team, they were in last place, so I was only able to play 4 games, but those 4 games were great. We ended the year in Texas, so that was pretty sweet seeing Texas, and it was good. Like the speed was a little bit different, but the thing I found mostly was just the guys were bigger and stronger, so that was an adjustment for sure. But I had a good time. It was very good. I went up there, and I was happy that I did it.
Yeah, man, it was pretty cool seeing you and Billy getting some action up there. I mean, Billy's a bit crazy and gets into that fight with Sauer, and I talked to him about that. I'm happy you decided not to do anything like that. But obviously, a great experience for you guys. Even watching you do some of the like pregame interviews and stuff, looking like a real pro now, Wally. So
thank you. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah, you've been media trained well. Another question that I wanted to ask you, and I asked Nathan Villeneuve this as well, and Samantha here at the office has bugged me to ask you guys this. There was a thing last year that SWSC, the Wolves, tried to implement, was the Howler Awards, and it got a lot of flack from some on the team. So I'm going to give you the chance to kind of give your answers to all the Howler Awards. So one of the questions was, who has the best nickname on the Sudbury Wolves from last year's team?
Best nickname. Jeez. Off the top of my head. Oh, I don't know. Like maybe Chucky. Chucky's got a good one. Chucky. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. So I'd go Chuck. Off the top of my head. That's a tough one though. Jeez. I don't know.
There's a lot of good ones. I like Chucky. That one's pretty good.
What are you thinking? Which ones are you thinking?
I don't know. The first one that comes to my head is Chitter. I don't know. That one's
Chitter's good. Yeah. I drove Chitter every day though, so I got sick of saying it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Chucky's good answer though. I'll take that. Okay. The next one was, and Billy kind of said this one was a toss-up, but fastest skater. I feel like this one hurt some feelings this year.
Fastest skater, Billy.
Billy. Okay. I like that.
Billy.
Yeah. What else do we have? Oh, best style.
Chase Coughlin. It's Cogs for sure. Yeah.
Chase Coughlin.
Yeah. 100%.
I think in the Howler Awards, I think Chucky might have been in the runnings for that one, and I think people are a little upset about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Cogs had some good suits coming in. He for sure has some good swag on him. So
all right, we'll take those answers. So similar to what we have, but I think Chucky got a lot of flack for getting best style. Yeah. All right, let's talk about going into this year. So obviously you were drafted last year to Winnipeg. Kind of had a massive season this year in the Ontario Hockey League. Where do you think you're at going into Winnipeg's camp coming in the early September?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I think obviously put my best foot forward the past week at Dev Camp, and I think I'd had a good year. with the Wolves. But I think I'm in a good spot. Obviously, you know what, you don't want to rush anything with them. And there's a lot of things in my game that I need to tweak, like my D zone play, kind of stops and starts, skating, stuff like that. But I'm pretty happy with where I am at right now. And yeah, I think the past week with DevCamp I did really good, and my past year with Sudbury I did really good. So kind of just building on that every day and going from there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, I think Winnipeg's got a pretty good steal with you in the sixth round, personally, but
Appreciate it.
we'll see. We'll see moving forward. Let's talk about. So obviously, you put your best foot forward at Winnipeg's camp, but if you do come back to the Wolves in the fall, what do you like about next year's Sudbury Wolves team? Obviously, some signings have been made. Some of the rookies have signed. How do you like the Wolves going into 25, 26?
Yeah, I think we actually have a really good opportunity again to be a contender for sure. I think we got a good core with you know, guys like Fars has been there, Billy, myself, guys like Coughlin, like guys like that. So I think we got a good core, and I think it's a good chance for like young guys like Chitteroni, Clayton, Henderson to kind of step up and take an even bigger role, even though they had big roles last year, kind of just an even bigger role. And I think that's good for them. I think growth and everybody's game's good. And obviously, we've seen a couple of the signings we got, which are two really good players. So I was able to contact Chauvin, let him know, just excited to have him coming and stuff. So that was great. But I think we're looking pretty good, and we have a really good coaching staff. So you can't knock that. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's an interesting time in the Ontario Hockey League, and I talked about this on the last DenCast episode. Um, with the new rule change, it's kind of tough to. I tried to look at the schedule this year and kind of pick maybe the toughest stretch of games for the Wolves
Yeah.
this season, but you're looking at some of the teams and you're just like, what is this team going to look like? Is
Yeah.
player X going to be there, or is he going to be
Mhm.
playing Division One? Without getting into any trouble, what are your thoughts on kind of the new OHL landscape?
I think it's a crazy time, but I think it benefits players. I think you know what benefits the players, and I'm a player myself, so I think it's good for us. And some of the younger guys listen to everything, take the best options, and see where you go. But I mean, I'm happy with the OHL for sure. My last year I was really happy with, and but yeah, I think it's very good to kind of have both routes for the players, and yeah, it'll be interesting. I think the OHL become a little younger for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You just talked about your going into well, you've had your 3 seasons in the OHL. Can you believe you're about to go into year number 4? I
No,
mean,
it's crazy.
you were
It's
sitting.
crazy.
I
I'm
said the
getting
same
way
thing to
too old.
Billy. I remember when you were sitting kind of close to me on the bus. Now you're so far
No, I
away,
know.
you're on there.
How to get out of there? How to get to the back?
How do you think your game has evolved from Kieron Walton season 1 OHL to Kieron Walton going into season 4 OHL?
Yeah, I think it's evolved tremendously. I think you know, the first couple of years you're kind of getting your feet wet, and we had a really deep team my first 2 years. So I was kind of able to watch guys, kind of learn stuff, and then last year kind of came in and Barney gave me a really good role, and I was able to kind of take that and kind of run with it, and I was really happy with it. But again, like I said, obviously there's stuff to tweak. There's other things, but I think I'm coming a long way. I think I'm doing good, and I'm really pumped for year 4 and what it should bring.
Yeah, excited to watch you play for sure. And yeah, it's crazy the development from year 1 to year 4. You're right. You were kind of on a deep team to begin with, but definitely got your chance last year and showed
Yep.
what you could do. Um, Another question I wanted to ask you: how's Connor Walton doing? I feel like I haven't seen him in a while since he left Sudbury. You guys playing any golf matches against one another or training together? How's Connor doing?
Yeah, he's doing awesome. Yeah, he's we see each other every day in the summer, train together, skate together. We kind of actually we play together on the. We usually play together on golf because we got a good scramble team going. So try
Nice.
and take some guys' money here and there. But yeah, it's been really good. He's loving Windsor down there, and it's been great just kind of being able to see him every single day because during the season you don't get to, right, and we don't play Windsor much. So kind of just cherishing it when you can, and yeah, it's been awesome so far.
Yeah, so you just mentioned only playing Windsor the one time in Windsor. What's your favorite road trip that the Wolves go on during the year? Where's your favorite away city to go to?
Yeah, I'd say I think it's the Ottawa one. The Ottawa one's really fun. I mean, we usually get a day off there too, so it's kind of just nice hanging with the guys. Ottawa's such a nice city too, so I'd say that one is it's a great time. Get some dinner, kind of walk the city a bit. It's every single time I've been in Ottawa, I've had a lot of fun there. So
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy that Ottawa road trip. It's a little far, but
Yeah, sucks we only do it once, so we gotta do it more.
yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, what else do I have for you? Another question I wanted to ask you. What's your, I've got a couple that come to my mind right away, but taking team success kind of out of it, what's your personal favorite kind of individual moment for the Wolves?
For the Wolves.
Favorite goal that you've scored?
Oh, okay. That's
There's so
tough. I
many
mean,
of them, eh?
yeah, the one last year against North Bay was pretty cool, but my still favorite goal I have, it's most people probably wouldn't think about it. It was a 5-on-3 against Barrie, an away game, and Delhi kind of fed me, and I just ripped it bar, and that felt pretty good. But that's my favorite goal in the OHL. But there's a couple for sure that I like kind of rewatching, but I can't lie. So
I'm right there with you. I think I rewatched that goal he scored against Brampton in overtime probably 100.
yeah.
That was just a crazy sequence.
I love the Saginaw one too. My second year, I hadn't scored in like 15 games. I got a hat trick that game, and that kind of was the icing on the cake. So that felt pretty good getting that goal.
There's Molnar with it, walking in, across to Walton, one-timer, he scores! Kieron Walton opens the scoring and continues his red-hot play.
There's Kieron Walton now, winding it up at his blue line, at the red line now. Walton trying to go through. He does. Score! Oh! They're not able to keep it out of the zone. Here comes Coughlin. Quick shot. Rebound. Score! Walton is there. Kind of a 3-on-1 working as they go to the net. Rebound. Score!
The chapeau go, the hat trick, Kieron Walton, second of the career.
North Bay 2-on-1, Van Steensel shooting, stopped by Krawchuk. Back and forth they go in overtime. Here go the Wolves the other way. Walton over the blue line, into the slot, Kieron Walton scores! On two, Villeneuve up top, Muse across, Walton through the seat, Villeneuve, oh, off the goalpost, another chance, they score!
So you talk about, you go on a bit of a cold streak like every player does in the OHL, no matter what season it is. Do you have, are you a superstitious kind of guy before the game, or you follow a same routine, or?
Yeah, I like getting to the rink really early. If it's a home game, I like getting later. Like if it's a 7 o'clock game, get there 3:50. But superstitious, not really. Like when it comes to my gear, yeah. Like when I get to the rink, I kind of do the same thing, but it's not too drastic. But Jimbo and Gracer, they probably hate me here and there because I'm always asking for new sticks or kind of changing my sticks. Like in warm-ups, I got to go through all three of my sticks, see which one's feeling great. And Jimbo and Gracer know now. They kind of just leave them there, let me do my thing. So, but that's probably the number one thing. But and like if I have a shift where the stick's just not feeling good or I miss a wide open chance, that stick's going. I'm not using it for the rest of the game. So
yeah, it's the stick's fault at that point for sure.
Yeah, it's not a good vibe with the stick, so got to get rid of that. But probably that one.
Okay, I like that. That. Would you say there's a guy on the team that is the most superstitious, that does like the weirdest thing pregame?
I think just like goalies are just superstitious. You're a goalie as well. Like you guys just, I don't know, you guys are throwing the ball across and just, stuff like that. So I'd say the goalies for sure. Chucky and Marsh. I don't even know if they're superstitious, but they seem like they are. So.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. I mean, we get to the games, away games, typically 2 hours before the game, and any game that Chucky was playing, I always noticed he would stand behind the bench, and you just see him looking at the ice the whole time.
Yeah. And you kind of see it with the away goalies too. You're like, what are you really looking at? But I guess it works for them, so can't criticize.
Yeah, it's funny because now being in the position I'm in, I'm looking at Chucky like, what is he doing? But when I was playing, I was doing similar type stuff, so I can't really judge him too much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. So you're saying you're playing a bit of golf. If you were to pick one teammate to play me and video coach Shadi Dahar in a 2v2 scramble, who would you take on the Wolves?
I'm going to take Cogs.
Okay.
Yeah, I played with him a couple times last summer, and he was a pretty good golfer. So I'd say I'd take him. But who else? Yeah, I'd go Cogs. I probably Farzy Ferran. He's good too. Farzy, he's a good player. So we had good chemistry on the ice this year too. So maybe that kind of goes to the golf game. You never know.
I like that. I like that. All right. Well, I'm talking to Farzy next week, so I'll see if he.
There you go. There you go.
Cool. Another question I wanted to ask you. So obviously, last season a big year for you. Are you a kind of guy that sets a certain expectation before the year, or are you just, you know what, I'm going to go play my best and whatever the numbers are, the numbers are?
I definitely set expectations for myself at the start of the year. I want a certain amount of this, certain amount of that. I want to do that. But I think kind of during the year, you kind of got to shift away from that a little bit, especially if you're in kind of a cold streak. Like, you can't get too high or too low. You kind of just got to stay balanced because so many things can happen, right? But I definitely say, like, every single year I go into it with a lot of goals in my mind, and I want to get those goals. So yeah, I definitely say that.
Yeah, good answer, man. All right, we're getting a couple more questions for you that I'm trying to think of. Another one I asked Billy was who's the funniest character on the team?
I mean, I'm giving him too much credit, but probably Pogs or Zilly. Zilly was pretty funny when he came for the second half. Zilly, but me and him got along pretty well, and he was pretty funny with the chirp. So those two.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't know you guys as well as you guys do.
Yeah.
I would probably go with either Billy or Cogs. Those two,
Yeah,
together are like the Bash Brothers.
Them together, it's dangerous. But when they're kind of without each other, they're still pretty funny. And yeah, I'd say those guys for sure.
Okay, another one I had for you is everyone's kind of questioning this. We're all hoping for the new rink to eventually come to Sudbury. Are you pro keeping the Wolf on the wire in the new rink or no?
I like tradition, so keep it. Keep it. I like the tradition. I mean, I don't know how I'd feel if I was an away team and we lose 10-3 and it's coming to my bench every single goal. I'd probably get pretty rattled. But if I'm at home team, I love it. So
great answer. Great answer. All right, Wally. Well, it's I think that's pretty much all that I got for you. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you in the fall. But hey,
Yep.
You know what? Have yourself a great camp in Winnipeg. Wish you all the best. And yeah, if we see you in the fall in Sudbury, I'm looking forward to watching you play for one more year in the OHL at least.
Exactly. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks.